Joining me right now is Brittney, the Quiet Storm Cloudy. She'll be making her pro debut on July 21st at Invicta FC 30 in a flyweight bout versus Erin Blanchfield. How are you doing, Brittney?
Oh, I'm great. I'm awesome. What about yourself?
Good. I'm doing great. Now, the first thing I want to start off with is you are a first grade teacher. I wanted to ask
Yeah.
you about teaching such young children and what you can learn from them.
um, well, teach is it's really the complete opposite versus going to the gym. So it gives me a great balance to say. So I'm on two extremes but they still coexist together because they teach me a lot of patience, which I need a lot of patience in fighting. So um, that's one of the biggest things that I definitely get from them. But most like after that though is really just the fun part, which is they're really fun. The kids at their age, they're like 6 and 7, and they're just about, let's just have fun. And so I really get to enjoy that part in the day. So my day can be fun with the kids, and then I can translate that over to having meaningful fun in the sport that I train in as well.
So your good mood during the day can help you at night when you go train, right?
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, like my days aren't as stressful because of the fun that I'm having throughout the day with the kids. I mean, if you could one, you have to like kids and enjoy kids, besides the other um, things that come with the duties of teaching, but just the love for kids really brings that out of you to have fun. So yeah.
You grew up playing basketball and running track and field. You are extremely decorated in track and field in college. What aspects do you carry with you into the cage from all those years of being an athlete?
Um, I think that has probably been the greatest thing that I brought over into MMA because I've never done any combative sports prior to now. So um, just the pure athleticism that I have from being able to um, endure so much the conditioning and just constantly just being an athlete. I've been an athlete all my life. So just training and the mental preparation as well as the physical preparation, all of that has prepared me for the combative piece. Um, like in track, a lot of footwork, a lot of drills and driving of the knee, and some of the things kind of go into trying to play off of each other, and some of them kind of do the opposite. But the concepts are typically the same, and I use it and I just translate it over. And it's really just the mindset of being an athlete that really helps me to pick up on things. And track is highly technical, so I enjoy learning about the sport and being able to, master certain techniques.
Where did you get your start, and who was the person that encouraged you to chase this career as a fighter?
Well, at the time I was still post collegiate training for track, and my boyfriend at the time, Charles Johnson, he was in his amateur career, and so I was going to his fights and supporting him there. So through watching him compete, I learned more about the sport. It went from, oh, he's just getting punched in the face of what's going on, and to learning about, okay, that's that submission, that's what he's doing. So I've learned through him, watching him. And after I was done with track, I was like, I want to give it a try. And so from there, it was just a slippery slope into the next thing.
How did you end up signing with Invicta?
Well, I guess there was a fight that they were trying to have on the card before, I think, May 4th, and they were trying to match. And they actually offered it to my teammate, but she wasn't able to do it, and so they offered it to me. But that fight ended up not happening. But they said that even if it wasn't that fight, that they still wanted to sign me after that. So it was just kind of a wait game to see, when's the next card and if I was going to be able to be on it. And so luckily they contacted my coach, and from there it was like I was ready.
It was actually perfect timing too, since you are on summer break, right?
Yes, it was exactly what I would, expect. I was hoping that I could get that was the plan. We were trying to plan a pro debut this summer, and I'm glad that we held out because this opportunity on Invicta trumps any other pro debut offers that I could have, taken. So I'm glad that it all happened at the time that it did.
So on July 21st, you're fighting not far from home. How does it feel to be debuting so close to home?
It is absolutely great because I've had a lot of other fights that was really far, and it's kind of hard when you can't have people travel to see you. It's already hard to fight outside of your city, but to have it in Kansas City where it's not that far, that I can have like my hometown support where there's a lot of friends and family who will be able to drive up to be there in person to see it. So it's absolutely, it's always great to go into a place and have that support in the building with you. So I'm very happy that I live so close to Kansas City and that it's right there.
You've had an extensive amateur career with a lot of finishes. With this much experience, does it even seem like you're making your debut?
When I think back, I'm like, gosh, I have had 8 fights already total of MMA. It seems like the years just go by very fast. Um, every fight definitely has taught me something, and so I'm so happy that I've gotten a chance to get each experience that I've gotten from each fight. Um as 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 is the problem that I already kind of knew being in this area is that there's only so many people to fight and there's only so many places to go. So um, after a couple of fights, it was already like, okay, well, I'm running out of opportunities here or people to fight, and that kind of helped made the transition of a perfect time when the transition over.
Your opponent, Erin Blanchfield, have you studied her? And if you have, what are your thoughts on her?
Um, I haven't. I mean, I know just as much as the internet will tell you.
Mm.
um, and what I know from a lot of opponents that I've had, because I'm 5'9" and I'm very long. Most of my opponents are shorter than me. I've had maybe a couple fighters who are strikers, but most of my opponents their game plan is to take me down and jujitsu me. So it's kind of one of those things that's probably most likely her strength is what it seems like. But that's nothing new because that's how I've strategized and had to, have my game plan towards a lot of other fighters. So uh, that's all I really need to know. And so I stick with that and I stick with my strong suit and I'm golden.
What kind of performance can we expect out of you on July 21st?
I've been ready to put a lot of things together. Each fight I've learned a lot and I'm ready. I'm feeling like I'm ready at this point to where I'm really going to show more of myself and more of my character and more of the things and the tools that I have. So I'm really looking forward to keeping the fight standing and getting some movement there and picking her apart.
All right, July 21st, Invicta FC 30. Brittney Cloudy will face Erin Blanchfield in a flyweight bout. It will be broadcasted on UFC Fight Pass, which is pretty huge. Is the UFC in your
Yes,
future? Do you see yourself in the UFC since they do have a flyweight division?
definitely. It's just like one of those things where look at the timing of that. Um, I definitely see that, and Invicta is definitely a great step in that direction. Um, my ceiling is so high, but I know that will be one of the steps that I will definitely make it to. As soon as that opportunity presents itself to me, and it'll all align. It'll all be ready in that time when I'm ready for it.
All right, Brittney, thank you for your time and good luck on your fight.
Thank you.